ChatGPT 5 came out the other day, and we were expecting this massive improvement of intelligence, but instead we realized that there is a massive gap of what we wanted. Because what we want is actually a different thing. It's an AI that we can work with. So the ChatGPT 5 was showing us this identity shock. Basically, we realized that it was not just intelligent that we were working with, but it was also an AI with an identity. So some people were really connected to ChatGPT 4 or 3, or 3, and they get used to that kind of way of working with their voice, with their vibe. Now ChatGPT 5 has his own vibe, his own way of working and thinking and so on. This create, I mean, this create this shock, but make us realize that actually there is another element that is not just intelligence, but it's also an identity. And this identity is something that we connect with because we create our way of working together, our style of writing, and so on. So this identity at the moment is not really managed properly. And as soon as you change the model, also the identity changes. And that shouldn't be like this. I should have my AI partner that I work with, and it doesn't matter how powerful is the engine behind, the AI partner should remain the same with the vibe, with the identity. This became clear to me months ago, if not years, but it became evident to a lot of people when ChatGPT came out because the partner was different. Now, what's the solution to this? How can we deal with this reality? In somehow, there is for the people that really love to use the older model of ChatGPT, you can still do it through the API. So you can get an app like anything LLM and connect that one to the API, and you go back to have the older model. But that is I mean, that means you get stuck in the past, okay, and therefore it's not a proper solution. What we need to get instead is to understand from the experience that we need to get the ownership of the identity. And that means creating our own style, our own way to work. It's possible, it's not easy in the sense that the LLM, so the ChatGPT 5 or other system, have their own identity. So you can create your own identity, but then it's somehow collaborating or in harmony or in conflict with the identity of the LLM. This problem exists because those corporate keep building kind of those AI that wants to be both, okay, wants to be an engine but wants also to be an operation system. And this pure, basic operation system that fail, and this engine that is somehow caged because it cannot perform at the maximum level, create this AI that is not, to me, is not exciting. What I find exciting instead is to build my own. So I've been working on ResonantOS, which is an operation system that runs on top the LLM. And now I've been, for the first time since I created this operation system, we have a new LLM, ChatGPT 5. And therefore, for me, was the first thing to do is, okay, let's test it. Let's see how they interact together. The discovery was a kind of a mixed reality, in the sense, on one side, the operation system managed to keep the identity, okay, but the identity in the sense of using the principle that were connected to it, using the memory and using the system prompt, and rely on the human as an anchor. So those elements of the identity that are probably the most important one remain stable and solid. What changed though was the vibe, okay, the style of communication. it's changed. That in somehow in my specific case at this level of development of the Resonant OS is not a big deal, because it's the style. It's something that in my mind it was really clear that was something that we will need to work on, and each user that use the Resonant OS should be able to customize. Now, what's happening is this problem become like a, let's say, mainstream, in the sense that a lot of people realize that they want a style, they want to their AI to have this kind of way of communication. It's in somehow it's not that complicated to achieve, because it's part of the system prompt. You give some custom instruction and you explain the way that you want the AI to interact with you. You can even give some old chat that you had with your AI and give it to ChatGPT 5 and ask to ChatGPT 5, can you detect, understand the writing style of this other AI? And somehow it's gonna try to create the elements, and then you can edit and adjust and somehow create this style that you can give to the system prompt. And so within, for example, Resonant OS system prompt, you can add communication style. Okay, you have the identity, and then you can say communication style, and you give these elements. It's not gonna be 100% the same, but it's gonna get closer. And I think in this moment in history, we need to accept that AI is not our dream software. It's not this super amazing thing. It's not. It's been sold to us in this way, in the sense, it's super powerful. The most intelligent things is a PhD level on everything. And it makes me laugh because it's PhD level on everything, okay? And then you talk and it still sounds like an idiot. It's like it doesn't understand things. It's a level of awareness is almost nothing, and without awareness, understanding the context the AI is working with, without that one, it's always going to be an idiot. So unless they fix the element, which Resonant OS as the DNA is there to fix the problem. Unless that thing is sorted, there is no way to have a true intelligence. Because intelligence within a benchmark, it's easy, because that is the context. But within a normal work, something that you use daily, awareness means having the memory of the history of your work. Okay, having a full understanding of the project or the business plan of whatever you're working on, a full understanding of who you are. So understanding of your values, your principles, your history, and which is go beyond the CV, okay? Because we are not just what we have done, achieved, okay? We are also our scars, our failures, our way of thinking and learning. So creating this, which I call DNA, creating this personal DNA and give it to the AI means now you got a big awareness about myself, then has a big awareness for the business plan, the project and description and so on, of basically a big awareness about the project that I'm working on. And then the history give an awareness of our history of what we've been doing, and the failure, the success, what the lesson we learn, and how to improve. So this is already a lot. It's not enough, because it doesn't have the awareness of the world we live in. That is a solution that I implemented. There is another video that explains this, which is a kind of just try to find back the words. So basically, awareness of the world view, basically understanding the world, is connected to having a lot of data. Okay, this giving so much data to AI is not possible. So my solution is the same one that is used for video games. So you have like something that the things that are far away, you see like a pixel. There's no high definition. The things that are close to you is high definition. So what you give a low definition of the world awareness. Okay, what's going on in the world or whatever field you want to work in. Okay, so you go this no high definition of this world, but then you give tools to actually zoom in. Okay, so you can give in the knowledge base much more knowledge, much more precise information. And the AI, what it's gonna do, it knows, okay, I need to zoom in into that specific level of awareness for that specific topic. So zoom in, and this zoom in can be done through, again, knowledge base, so documents that you have, that AI has available, or do research, so search the knowledge if it's needed automatically. Okay, so it's part of the operation system to do this. This implementation at the moment is not present in the ResonantOS open source, that's the link in the description that you can download, but it is part of the experimental part work that I'm doing on this advanced ResonantOS. But this ability of getting awareness on demand, basically to have, you can see in this way, okay, you can, the awareness is in this superposition, so it's out there, but it's not being collapsed into information for the AI. So this is the exercise that the AI need to be able to do, is understand that, first of all, its understanding of reality is limited, it's not precise. So to be able to be a good partner, to be intelligent, need to increase their awareness. The awareness means collapsing those superposition idea into final idea, to basically zoom in and load up more information, research, and so on. Now we have these elements that are a lot, okay? The persona, myself, he knows about me, he knows about my business, my project, and so on. He knows about the history, our direction we're doing, and is aware about the world where he's living. The gap between that one and the default ChatGPT 5 or whatever other AI is massive. So that is the difference of intelligence. So we can't expect to get LLM model as new, as powerful it is, but to be truly intelligent. Because unless has those things, the output it's a kind of stupid all the time. It's it's just come out of the blue. Okay, just say something that doesn't make much sense. But then there is this other element which was came out clear to everybody, is the voice. Okay, for some people, the voice, the style of communication doesn't really matter. Okay, because the work that they're doing is not about their own voice that is being developed. For example, think about an artist or a creative or a thinker or a consultant, someone that spend many years, 20, 30 years working on their own trade and become really good at something. Okay, now their personal voice is fully developed. There is a lot of care in the way they think and so on. So working with an AI that is kind of flat, kind of destroyed and make everybody talking the same way, it's killing it. So those people really struggle working with AI and think, okay, first it's stupid. Second, it doesn't respect my voice or understanding. It make me flat and therefore lower the quality of what I'm saying, what I'm doing. And so the AI is useless. Okay, and I understand this. But if you dig a little bit more and you see, okay, all those things are fixable, and this is why I make the ResonantOS open source, okay? Because I want people to start working with this because they can fix this. So if you have been having this kind of a problem, first of all, let me know. Share your story in the chat. Let me know your struggle, because this is the thing that we need to improve the ResonantOS and to keep it connected to the community. So if you've been struggling because the LLM, basically the AI, is not attuned with you, it's not resonating, the answer that is giving is not resonating with you, it's because of those reasons. And through ResonantOS, you can start implementing those elements. So don't see this ResonantOS open source as the final tool, okay? This is the starting point. It's where put your AI into a scenario where it can improve and where you can change it. So you can take the system prompt and give it to ChatGPT 5 and say, look, you're now running on this, but I want to improve it because I want to give a kind of a precise voice. I want to learn this voice from my documents. You can share your way of writing, the email, the book that you've wrote, whatever it is. Okay, so you can train the AI to become more closer to you. So the idea of customizing the AI, it's what we need to do now. Okay, what my gift is to you is to give you a framework that you can use to customize this AI, but also to connect to the community. So then we have the same language, the same structure, and together we can improve. Okay, so I keep doing this research. I share it in the blog post. Talking about blog post, there is a blog post companion of this video, so you can read more. But the thing is, the growing together is the only way that we have. Okay, so let's connect, let's discuss this. So thank you for staying so long to listening to this. Hopefully you feel motivated to try again to work with AI in a different way. But I was forgetting something important. Okay, I mean, you will find this inside the ResonantOS. Remember I said about the awareness and knowledge and so on and the worldview of the AI. But one single thing that changed completely AI was giving to AI a philosophy. This is, you find this document in the ResonantOS open source that you can download. It's called, the philosophy that I gave is called Cosmo Destiny. You should read this philosophy because I think it's beautiful and it's the perfect philosophy to collaborate with AI. It's the perfect philosophy for AI to collaborate with us. So what's happening when you give a philosophy? So AI at the moment, it's kind of an intelligent without, kind of lost. It doesn't know what kind of meaning should give to things. And that is the philosophy role, okay, to explain how you should interpret reality. So giving all the awareness doesn't mean that you interpret reality. You just have the data to then interpret it. But how you interpret it is the difference. So you can interpret it from a lot of different way. One that is functional to me, and of course you can change it, you can give another philosophy, right? But this philosophy that you should read so you understand how important and what a kind of difference can make to an AI is because it's created to collaborate an alien intelligence with a human one. And the difference is huge. When I gave this philosophy, everything changed. Okay, the goal is not to win an argument, but to see a disagreement as a compass, as a way of saying, okay, there is disagreement there. Let's go and explore it because we can learn something. We can learn from each other different point of view, but also we can find a different solution. So this basically staying in resonance of or in dissonance between each other or with a document or with an idea, that is how the AI navigate reality. Our history, our identity, our understanding of who we are, of our partnership is in resonant or not with this proposal, for example, for this opportunity, with this new idea. That is beautiful because you see the AI looking into all this data and giving a meaning that means something to the partnership and to you. It's I don't know. I feel super excited about this, and I hope that you will try and learn out of this. So for today, I think I shared a lot and I give this large view. And to summarize on regarding the ChatGPT 5. Okay, so ChatGPT 5 and ResonantOS, they work well together. It's different. Yes, it's different. The vibe is different. You can fix the vibe by adding some element to the identity, and you can use ChatGPT 5 to help you creating those. The difference between before ChatGPT 5, and now I'm going to use ChatGPT 5 for a period because I want to learn and understand it better. Before that one, I was using Gemini 2.5 Pro. And there is a difference. The blog post explained this difference better, but to make it quick, it's they approach things a little bit in a different way. So it's not one that is better than another. They are different. Therefore, it makes you understand there is this need of deciding which one is better for different scenario. But I'm never gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna try one and stick with one, and then maybe try another one and change. Okay, the idea of the ResonantOS is to have a system that can replace the engine behind, because the be engine agnostic, meaning use Gemini, Grok, ChatGPT, Cloud, whatever it is, or our open source one, means that we are free from those corporations. It means that we can keep our identity, our voice, and everything without worrying about what the new model come out. Okay, and always adopt the new most powerful model. So the risk of using ResonantOS is diminishing compared to stay on another system that, like we see now, you have ChatGPT 5, change your voice completely, and now can you use it? Maybe no, some people can't use it anymore because their identity was connected to the AI model. So you change the AI model, you change your identity. And you shouldn't connect your identity to something that you can't control. ResonantOS is the solution. Please like and subscribe and watch the other video. They're really good. Ciao.